Hey everybody, it's me, Ned. So, as you may know, I earlier this year bought this old 96 Legacy, Subaru Legacy sedan, base model, 5-speed, 2.2 liter, flat 4, and I was super excited about it. And I guess that probably a lot of people were wondering why I was excited about this like boring 21-year-old Japanese sedan. So I've been meaning to go out and drive it around and make another video about it in the snow and explain that. So here it is. Yep, old Subaru Legacy. So here we go. The car is super underpowered by modern standards. So, you know, I don't know what it's putting to the wheels, like a third or a quarter of as much power as my WRX. I bought it for the traction and how dynamically controllable it is. Like, that's 6-ish inches of just virgin snow. That was a drift that was up, you know, through the grill. The suspension, like the way the car rides, it's not luxurious or anything, but it is just so controllable. Like, you feel everything. The steering is really direct, and the all-wheel drive system, there's no electronics, but it is just like so on point. How predictable it is, how you, like, when the car starts to slide, you can catch it. If you want to slide it, you want to, you know, throw it around a corner or something like that, or pitch it into a slide, it's very easy to control it. It's very predictable. It's fantastic. I did a lot of drifting it around this parking lot through these snow drifts because, I mean, come on, why not? Look at that. This was coming down and making a 90-degree left here. The car totally slides, oversteers, and then that was a good like 2 or 3 seconds of driving the car just slightly sideways down the road. Totally controllable though. Considering that was like 3-4 inches of virgin snow there, that it hooks up and it moves and stays pretty controllable, and the ABS works great. So anyway, so yeah, so this is a 21-year-old like Japanese economy car that I bought for $1,500, and I love it because it's just a very like simple, robust, mechanically honest car. There is nothing in or about this car that I would describe as refined. The motor originally maybe had like 120 something horsepower, probably less than that now. Doesn't have high mileage on it. It has 105,000 miles on it now, so for a 21-year-old car, that's actually great, I think. I bet that the motor at least will last practically forever. The car eventually will rust away. Currently in really good shape. Yeah, it gets decent gas mileage. It's a 5-speed manual, full-time all-wheel drive, open center differential, open rear differential, so you know, the power will go to wheels that are spinning and stuff, but still, it's, you know, there is, aside from having ABS, there's no traction control, there's no like sending torque from one wheel to the other depending on what's going on to like help pivot you around a corner or something like that. If you want to pivot around a corner, you have to do it the old school manual honest way, using the gas pedal and the brake pedal at the same time, left foot braking, or using the e-brake to slow the rear wheels down so that the lose traction, so the car will pivot, so it will rotate more. But everything about it, it just feels very like workmanlike, serious, simple, totally upfront. Like there's you know what the car is going to do. It always kind of behaves the same way. I love the 2.2 liter flat 4. It's just a very reliable, robust, like mechanically tough engine that's like well balanced because it's a flat 4. I love the 5-speed just because it's a 5-speed, because it's a manual. Having that, that extra control over the car as you're driving it, that added involvement is awesome. It feels like driving a truck the way that the shifter is. It's definitely maybe the worst feeling, like feedback and precision kind of shifter I've ever experienced. But that's okay, because this is a 21-year-old Subaru that I bought for $1,500, and it is freaking unstoppable in the snow. This thing is a beast. With the Outback suspension on it, jacking it up a couple more inches, it's probably like 3 inches higher than when I bought it. When I bought it, it was on the old original 21-year-old springs. Hi there, you can see my hand. So this Subaru was actually lower to the ground than my Miata, my WRX, or my Celica GTS, any of those. This was ridiculously low, and I was like, man, I'm not going to be able to drive it anywhere in the winter. So I put Outback springs and struts on it. They just moved the mounting points for the springs higher. Gave the car probably another 3 inches of ground clearance, and I put really narrow Champiro snow tires on it, and it is killer. It is a really awesome winter car now. So that's it. This is all just me driving around. The car was fantastic throughout the day, but this was the one time that I got it stuck. Yeah, not gonna happen. That was up over the hood. As you can see, the car just high centered on top of that giant drift of snow. Like, you can see the gap between the tires and the fender. The tires aren't even touching the ground there. It's just up on top of a pile of snow. So, not coming out of that. Had to shovel that one out. But it happens, when you drive your car into giant piles of snow like that. All right, I'll take it. Still goddamn awesome.